So I'm often asked, hey, is it worth speaking on stage? And how do I speak on stage? Because I'm a little bit of an introvert and I was just wondering, how you do it and if it's worth it. Okay, two things. One, yes, it's worth it. Yes, you have to be on stage and everyone. Now that stage could be anywhere. It could be YouTube. It could be on Madison Square Garden. But yes, you need to be visible. Secondly, be an introvert. When I'm going to get you a tip here, most of the best speakers I know in the planet are introverts. And I'm not going to put myself in the class of the best speakers in the planet, but I get paid a lot to speak on stages all over the world. And I'm an introvert. I play an extrovert very, very well for when I need to. But the smartest people I believe that are on stage are people that are planned to be there. They're up there for a reason. And those people, they're a bit more introverted on that scale. Now, here's what you need to think about. We're in a world of attention that we need as a business. If you've got a service, if you've got anything that you're trying to get people into your community, you first of all need to grab their attention with what you're saying, what you feel, what you believe, what your stance is. It's all back to that branding thing that we've spoken about before on other podcasts and rants of mine. But you need to get the attention. And once you've got the attention, then you can start building up the brand. And that attention needs to come from some kind of platform. Stages, I love and I hate. And I'll tell you the two reasons in it. One, there's no other platform at the moment that gives you better credibility. Think about it. If I had promised you an article in, one of the top magazines or publications in 1995 or 2005, maybe even 2010, you'd have bit my arm off it because, hey, that was really good. I can get an article in that publication. I can be on that morning TV show. But today, with fake news, we don't want to do it. With streaming services, who watches the morning TV shows anymore? Okay. On top of that, you can't get the recordings. They go, if you want to see yourself on that TV, you've got to send people to the edition hosted on our website. So you don't get to control it. You certainly don't get the content. So in which case, if you can get onto a medium, a platform where you're kind of in control of what you're saying and you've got the undivided attention, and that's another big thing. When you walk on that stage, you've got someone that's emceeing you and going, hey, and welcome to my stage, insert your name, in front of an audience that have paid money to be there. And when people pay, they pay attention. So you've now got to go on there and deliver an impactful presentation that's going to benefit that audience and make that audience realize the missing link in their life has been you. And we are so pleased now to have found you and discovered you. So stages are incredibly good because a lot of the other media platforms, you just don't trust today. You don't trust the Facebook adverts. The ROI on those anymore has gone through the toilet. You don't trust the adverts. You don't trust the press. You don't trust the news. So where are good platforms? Podcasts are good. But hey, how do you get on the other podcasts? Because they're competing. And again, when you're listening to a podcast, you're also competing with traffic, the kids coming home from school, an email that suddenly comes in. So there's always that competition. But when you're on stage, you've got their undivided attention unless you lose it. You have won walking on the stage. It's your job now to keep them, but it's your obligation and commitment to make sure you benefit them so you keep their attention. I agree with you. Being an introvert, it saps you out. And I've got many stories where I come off of a stage and I am exhausted and I run away and I just hide in my room and I put my headphones on and I just decompress. I have to get away. And a lot of people that know me know that I run away after a gig. I'll do my handshake and all that and I'll play the entertainer very, very well. But I need to just kind of like get that, regeneration back in me before I can go back and be in the receptional stuff. But I am on those stages because it's worth it. If I've got 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 people in a room because they demand better of themselves, their business, their marketing, their lifestyle, their relationships, and if they're so annoyed about where they are, they're willing to take time out of their day to pay to go to a stage that you're on, then that's the crowd I want to speak to, because I can then not only help them during that period, but then I can bring them into my community and help them going on. Being on stage is tough. It ain't easy, but it's where you need to be. And the good thing about it is there are places out there. I personally teach people how to go from introvert to influence. I personally teach that. But there's so many other people out there that do the same job. There's so many other videos out there that will get you the steps you need and to be able to overcome hey, it's about me, and focusing on it's about my business and it's about the impact my business can bring to you, the audience. So yeah, it's worth it. It's going to be tough. But for today, hands down, I'm going to say it's probably the best credibility platform that you can be on. So why shouldn't you be? Do it. Take a chance. Get on stage. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. You know what to do. If you love it, share, subscribe. But more than anything, do something with it. And remember, life's too short to play it safe. So disrupt, connect, and grow. See you next time.